Well, well, well. It happened. It happened. All right. Well, if you're on the replay, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate the support. Drop a like. And yeah. Let's have some fun. It's Jack Eichel Day, folks. It is Jack Eichel Day. What's up, Aesthetic? Appreciate you being here. Oh my god. I am frustrated. I am freaked out. Oh, Buffalo, man. Never seem to disappoint. Oh my god. What's up, Leafs? Oh my. So I woke up at like, I didn't even wake up at that like late of a time. I woke up at like 9:30. And I saw this and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Because I was like, every morning I would wake up and I'm like, I just had this weird feeling. I was like, man, I just have this feeling that Eichel's going to get traded at some stupid time. And of course it was Drager. But yeah, like, why Vegas? I mean, Golden Knights fans are going to be so happy with this. If I was a Knights fan, I'd be freaking out. Like, to me, this is such a low risk for the Knights. Like, okay, so say you lose a top 10 first round pick. Like, I've seen teams lose first round picks for rentals. Say you lose Peyton Krebs. Peyton Krebs hasn't really been panning out for you. And you lose Alex Tuch, for your own perspective, has been injury prone. But Alex Tuch is so underrated. I actually like Alex Tuch a lot, so don't get me wrong. It's a fine return for Buffalo if Tuch can be what he can be at a healthy rate. If Krebs can be, as I said in the video, go watch my video if you haven't yet. If Krebs could be like at least a top 6 forward, and then if the first round pick can pan out to be a legit high-end player in the NHL, then Buffalo gets somewhat of a good return here. But that's like 3 different ifs there. 3 different ifs. Oh my god, it drives me nuts, man, that we waited all this time. We waited all this time for such a it was, to me, it was just an okay, like, that's how I say this trade is. Like, it's just okay. It's so okay. It's like, it's so okay. Yeah, like, look at that freaking center depth. Eichel, William Karlsson, Chandler Stevenson, and then I would imagine they probably shift, like, Nolan Patrick to the wing now because you have Nicholas Waugh. Like, I'm just thinking what they're... Guys, let's try to make... Give me a sec. I want to try to make these Golden Knights lines right now. So, Pacioretty, Eichel, Stone. I'm going to assume they trade... We'll make the assumption they have to trade Dadonov. Because, guys, Vegas will 100% have to trade someone for Eichel to play. So, we're going to assume that they'll trade Dadonov. Because the Smith-Karlsson and Marchessault line has always been great. But again, I'm also thinking it's like Dadonov's been good lately. But yeah, we'll leave the Marchessault, Karlsson, and Smith line together. Then we'll go a third line of... Okay, I don't know what happened there, guys. I don't know what happened. Just a little freeze. Refresh. Mods, tell them to refresh. All right. Then probably the third line is Chandler Stevenson, Nolan Patrick. The third line is probably where you get a little weaker, but I think Janmark would probably be on this line. I'm trying to think if I miss anyone. Yeah, like, I guess Janmark. I don't know, because you'd have to trade Dadonov. So I'm going to put Smith or Dadonov here because you have to trade one of them. Then I'll go Janmark, Stevenson, and Patrick. And then Carrier, Waugh, and I'd probably go like Colasar here. So this is Vegas' forward group now. Hope you guys can see that all right. I think you guys can see that all right. So yeah, Pacioretty, Eichel, Stone, Marchessault, Karlsson, and then you have to trade one of Smith or Dadonov. You have to trade one of Smith or Dadonov for cap space because right now these guys are on long-term injured reserve and like it's fine for cap purposes. You can make it happen, but once Eichel is taken off, once Eichel's ready to play, you have to. Would be better with black text. Okay, I can just fix it. Or no outline, I guess. I don't know if that black text helped you. I feel like it didn't help. I think the white was better. But it's all good. It was just a show. I'm not leaving it on the screen. It was just a show. But anyways, I can also just do this. What's up, David? Gussie says, so where do you think Matthew Tkachuk goes now? I think Tkachuk stays with Calgary for now, but yeah, that still doesn't change the fact that there was a lot of rumors saying Tkachuk didn't want to stay in Calgary long term. So, in the chat, guys, who do you think Vegas ends up trading? Is it Riley Smith or Dadonov? They have to trade one of them, like I said. Or if they want to get really creative, they could do a combination of trading like Janmark and like I'm just trying to think of what would work. Do you guys want to go on cap friendly and try to see here if we can make something work? Let's try to do it. Let's go on cap friendly to see if I can get creative with this. To see if they can keep Dadonov. Because Dadonov's been good for them. Let's see. I just don't know. It'd be so complicated cap-wise. Like, Janmark's on what? $2 million deal? I mean, they could trade... I wonder if they could trade Brissois and... Okay, let's get creative here, guys. Let's try to see if we can do something. Because I'm curious if they could keep both Dadonov and Riley Smith. You have Dadonov on the third line with Chandler Stevenson to get a little bit more offense in that third line with Nolan Patrick. And then you trade Janmark. But then again, like if you trade Brissois, you don't have a decent backup goalie, but you could get one. That's just cheap at the deadline. I'm curious though. It's one of those things too. Like you have to assume that teams are not going to help the Golden Knights, but the Sabres kind of just did a little bit. But they didn't help them in the sense that they didn't take on another contract. So that would have been more expensive for Vegas to say, like, to throw in another contract in there. So, okay, let's look here. Okay, so, where's Eichel here? Okay, so Eichel's here. So the cap space right now is obviously a lot of cap space with these guys on LTAR, but we're taking these guys off, right? So Stone's in there, Pacioretty's in there, and Eichel's in there, right? So obviously quite in the negative indeed. So you'd have to well, I'm thinking, wait, there's no way it's that bad. No, because this is a roster size of 25. I was going to say, I know it's not that bad. So sending down Amadio, sending down Ronberg. Okay, so now we're looking better here. This is a roster size of 22. See, look how bad it is still. They're going to have a roster size of like literally at the bare minimum. So let's go with the lines for now. So Pacioretty up there. Stone up there. Smith there. Okay, so let's see if we can try to keep Dadonov. Get Nolan Patrick in here. Watt in there. I still don't think... I think you're going to have to trade 2 of these guys, actually. Like, because I'm just looking... Roster size is 23. Say you send down Howden. And say you send down Hutton when White Cloud comes back. Yeah, it won't be enough. Like, even if you trade Brossoit and Janmark, you're still going to be like... And then you bring in, like, guys on minimum contracts... You're still going to be... I'm just going to do it just for the sake of doing it. Say we trade these guys, right? Just say for the sake of it, just ignore it. Like, I don't know who... Like, Arizona. This is not actually happening. I'm just doing it for cap purposes. So you're negative in the 2 still. And you don't even have enough guys in the roster. Man, that's insane. So they have to trade Dadonov, for sure. That's wild. And they might have to trade Dadonov and Janmark before Eichel even plays. Man, that's crazy. Okay. So Janmark... And no team is just going to help out Vegas unless they're freaking dumb. So I don't even know. Like, who can take these guys cap-wise? Or just, like, they're going to have to attach a pick. Like, it would have to be, like, Arizona or something. Like, attach... You're going to have to attach... It's crazy. It's cap-wise. Like, I don't know what they're going to do here, but... Anyways, so you do that. You trade those guys. This is crazy, bro. They still don't have enough cap space. Bro, that's actually so wild. They're still not going to have enough cap space. What if Patrick was like out for the year or something? Well, they could also send him down. Let me see here. When White Cloud comes back, yeah, they could do that. Then they would just have Howden on the 4th line. It's still not enough space. That's wild, bro. The bare minimum of roster size is 20. That's how much cap space, and that's like... So those are their lines. I mean, they could do something like... Yeah, I mean, that's wild. So they don't have a lot of depth here, but this is enough cap space here. I'll look at chat. What do you guys think about this? They literally have a roster size of 20 with trading both Dadonov and Janmark. And a roster size of 20. So they don't have anywhere close to the full 23-man roster. They have only just over 500K of cap space, and this is their lineup with that. That's actually wild. They're going to have to get so creative with this. We've got 85 in the chat, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Drop a like. Sorry, now I'm looking at chat. Sorry, I haven't been looking at chat because I've been trying to figure this out. Thanks, David. Quinn, Krebs, Cousins in the future. Yeah, right, bro. It could be a decent line. Trade McNabb. Yeah, but... I mean, they could trade McNabb. Don't get me wrong. They could. But he's valuable, man. Like, McNabb's valuable to them. I agree with you. They definitely could trade McNabb, but their defense gets a lot weaker. I know Coughlin's pretty decent. Okay, so let's go through that scenario. You think trade McNabb as well? Like, I don't know. I think they would just go through a roster size of 20 if they had to. Did Weeks get used by Buffalo? I don't think so, because at the end of the day, the offer would have been significantly better then. Like, if some of your guys' theories of like, oh, Weeks got like used to get Vegas's offer better. Like, how is this much better than what we knew? I mean, I've been telling people if it was the deal involving Alex Tuch, I've been saying that it would be Tuch, Krebs, and a first round pick. That's literally what I've been telling people. And essentially it was that, because yes, there was an extra second round pick thrown in, but there's a third round pick coming from Buffalo to Vegas. So it's like there's a little bit of extra value there. But I literally said that. I mean, I'm not going to say I predicted the trade because a bunch of other people said the same thing that I did. But I was saying for a while, I was like, if it was Tuch, it's probably going to be Tuch, Krebs, and a first round pick. And that's literally what it is. I said Shea Theodore and Krebs, or I said Tuch, Krebs, and a first round pick. So people were telling me that I was stupid. Like, Sabres fans were on my shit saying that I was stupid for saying that. And that's like, I didn't say that was fair. I said that was what's probably going to happen. And that's literally what happened. So, yeah. So there's a lot of Sabres fans that I guarantee are not going to be in the comments because they're going to be mad that they were wrong. That they thought that they were going to get way more for Eichel. Why did the trade take so long? Jared, I think the Sabres were holding out, hoping they would get more. I think close to this offer was made months ago. I'm pretty confident in that. I think Buffalo was holding out, expecting significant amount more, and they just didn't get it. I think Vegas, I'll give Vegas a lot of credit. I think they stood their ground. I don't think there was much more. I think maybe, but like Vegas threw in a second round pick here or something. But outside of that, I think Tuch was always on the table. I said that. I think Krebs was always on the table. Krebs was like the most guaranteed to be part of this deal. I was so sure of that. And a first round pick. So I don't think much actually changed. What I do think happened, though, was Buffalo got pressured. I think Buffalo, that part was 100% true because I talked to a bunch of people about it, and it just makes sense. I think U.S. Hockey was pressuring them for a while. I think the NHLPA was pressuring them. I think a lot of different sides, Eichel's camp was pressuring them. I was talking about this last night in the stream. I 100% think that's what happened. I think Buffalo was holding out for so long, trying to get more. I think a similar offer like this was offered a couple months ago, and Buffalo didn't love it, and they tried to get more, and they couldn't get much more. That's why the only hope was that Calgary was going to come forward with a big deal, but I can say, as I said, I think I said in the video, that Buffalo was on Monahan's no trade list, most likely, and Tkachuk was not going to sign long-term in Buffalo. That is very factual. So, more assumption on the Tkachuk part there, but I'm pretty confident in that take. So, anyways, I'll answer some questions in the comments now. We got 135 in the chat. But what do you guys think overall? Do you think this is a big L for Buffalo, or do you think it's a wait and see? I think it's a little bit of a wait and see, but definitely an L when you lose a player like Eichel. Yeah, it is scary, Gordon. Yeah, guys, we only have 42 likes. Bears is right, guys. Come on. Hey, it's the easiest way to support the channel. Please hit that like button. What's their cap situation like? Sutter, rewind. We just went over it. Yeah, literally, if you just rewind in the live stream by 5 minutes or even a few minutes, you'll see we just went over cap friendly for like 5-10 minutes. So, guys, yeah, if you want to go see, just rewind in the live stream. Yeah, so Chris, I think it's one of those things. I think there's like a bunch of Sabres fans that expected a decent amount more than this, you know? I think there's a lot of other people in the hockey community that thought they were going to get less than this. I think personally, this is kind of where I thought they were going to get. But like I've been saying, I just think it's underwhelming because we waited months. I think this exact trade could have went down 2 months ago. I think I'm pretty confident that something close to this offer was made a couple months ago. Yes, John Burns, he's really traded. Hey, Nate, you as well, man. What's up, Sydney? Thank you so much for being here. Chewy, don't be saying that, please. Come on. Have more respect on that. Doug says, very disappointed with the Flames. They should have found a way. We now look forward to a perpetual wildcard tease. Hockey is a risky business. I agree. I think the Flames should have taken a risk here. Okay, guys, I have a question for you. When they're back healthy, is Pacioretty, Eichel, and Stone the best line in hockey? Or are you taking the Bruins or Avalanche top lines? In the chat right now, you guys answer. Yes or no, yay or nay. Is Vegas healthy? Do they have the best top line in hockey? Hey, what's up, Mike? Yeah, exactly, Matt. We don't. But I still think Eichel will come back at least like 80-90%. And to me, Eichel 80-90% is still a heck of a hockey player. Well, Gordon, Vegas definitely loses some size with speed losing Alex Tuch. I'll say that, guys. Oilers have best line in hockey, nobody even close. Well, Jared, that's when McDavid and Draisaitl are together. That's the best duo in hockey. I mean, you could throw a freaking AHLer on that line, and you could make an argument that's the best line in hockey. So, yeah, sure. I mean, that's the best duo in hockey by far when they're together. They're not always together, though. Yeah, Hyman is awesome, Gordon. I'm not sure if that contract will age the best towards the end, but I said it when that happened. I said these next 4 years, Oilers fans are going to enjoy Hyman quite a bit. No, Tommy, I'm not forgetting anything. Eichel's slated to return based on this recovery process by March. I ain't forgetting anything, Tommy. We've gone over everything. Don't think I don't know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about here. I said, if Eichel returns in March, Pacioretty will be back in time before the playoffs, and Stone will be back. There's going to be at least a month there in between the season and playoffs where they can bring these guys back. So if they want to be suspect like the Lightning, then, I mean, sure, they can hold one of these guys out. But that doesn't mean they're going to make the playoffs. I mean, having Eichel or like Pacioretty or Stone like not in the lineup, that's going to affect them big time. They're not Tampa Bay. People can say Vegas is Tampa Bay. They're not. Tampa Bay had that insane third line. Well, Matt, I've called it how I see it, man. You know I call it how I see it for any team. I still, like, there's no lightning slander here. It's just facts. Did they hold out Kucherov for precautionary reasons for a little bit longer? 99%. I'm not going to say 100% because I wasn't in the dressing room. I wasn't in behind the scenes. But that's just like, that's most likely fact. So the fact is, if they want to hold one of those guys out for precautionary reasons and say they're not healthy, they're not 100%, and keep them on LTIR, then they'll have the space for it and they'll be able to keep all their players 100%. But they're not Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay had great depth. Tampa Bay had a stellar third line. Tampa Bay had an insane third line that basically made the difference of playoff team to cup team. And no shade against Robin Leonard. Robin Leonard is a very good goalie, but Vegas does not have a Vasilevsky. Sorry, Leonard. I love Leonard. Great goalie, but Vegas does not have a Vasilevsky. So for me, if Vegas is even close to the playoffs, they're going to need all three of Eichel, Stone, and Pacioretty to have a chance to make it and go far. And I mean, they can be flexible with the cap, but if all three of those guys return, they're going to have to trade two of the players I said. So guys, in the chat, I want to hear your thoughts. I hope you guys are in here subscribing, hit that like button, hit the notification bell. Let's try to get 100 likes in here. There's at least 70 of you that have not dropped a like yet. What do you think is going to happen with Vegas in the chat? Do you think they're going to bring all these guys back, or do you think they're going to hold out one of these players? Because let's look at the injury reports for all 3 players right now. So we'll look at the Pacioretty injury, because I believe he is out for only like a month or 2. Yeah, so Pacioretty is going to be out, it said, for 6 weeks as of October 16th. So he's going to be out for about a month from now. Okay, so Pacioretty's out for another month. Mark Stone is out for longer, I think. I could be wrong on that. Oh, no, he's not. He's out. Oh, Mark Stone's going to be back soon. Never mind. Pacioretty's the one that's out for longer. Why did I think Mark Stone needed surgery? So he doesn't. Okay, so it says Mark Stone, based on this report, he was skating 3 days ago. Okay. Never mind. So yeah, ignore me. Mark Stone's probably going to be back in a week or 2. Because he was transitioned on IR, so he's definitely going to be out for another week, I would think. So it's Pacioretty that's out for another month. And then Eichel would be back in March. Man. That's crazy to think, though. It's like they're going to have to make trades from now until March if they want to bring Eichel back. Evan says, I think it's tough to call it an L when they literally didn't have a choice. Well, Evan, that's why I'm not saying it's straight on an L. I'm saying wait and see what happens. It's such a big wait and see. It's a big wait and see of what Eichel Vegas gets. It's a wait and see on what they draft with that first round pick. It's a wait and see to see what Tuck can be for them, what Krebs becomes. Like, it's such a wait and see. But I don't think there's any scenario, guys, in the chat where anyone or anyone in general could say Buffalo won this trade. I mean, even if the first round pick becomes a guy in the top 6, like, they would have to get like a diamond, like they would have to get a needle in the haystack with that, like a needle in the haystack kind of draft selection with that first round pick, because like Eichel is Eichel. Even if Eichel's 80%, Eichel's Eichel. So they would have to get like a steal, like a Pasternak or a Philip Forsberg or something like that in their draft, you know, to make this a W for Buffalo. Hey, Isaac with the 10. Thank you so much for the donation. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen you here. So if you're a new subscriber, welcome. It says, now the Flames get 6 to 8 games a year versus Eichel or McDavid every year. Hope they don't regret their decision down the road. Eichel does come with cap certainty, though. That's nice. Hang in there, Vegas. Thank you so much, Isaac. Let's get some Isaac hype in the chat. Thank you so much for that dono. I really appreciate that. Always mad respects. Wow. Charlie's saying it's a huge win for Buffalo getting rid of the $10 million cap hit. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, the first round pick is top 10 protected, exactly. So, even if Vegas decided to start shit in the bed, it's top 10 protected, so. Logan, right now I wouldn't do that, obviously, if I'm Tampa. There's no way. Like, it's such uncertainty with Eichel. No. I mean, sure, if Eichel was guaranteed, like if Eichel came back healthy and that was the trade, I would, yeah, like Eichel healthy, I'm taking Eichel over him, but no. Hey, Sabalski, appreciate you stopping by, hitting that like. Guys, we need 29 more likes to 100. Let's go. Cindy with the 10. Thank you so much. Says, I'm going to keep watching when teams start playing or picking members for Olympics for 2022. Yeah, guys, I'll be doing a lot of coverage, streams, and videos on this channel for Olympics. So, it's going to be fun. We're going to see what happens. But thank you so much, Cindy. Let's get some Cindy Allen hype in the chat, guys. Let's go. And yeah, the Sabres do have a lot of prospects, guys. And maybe, and people have talked about it, maybe Peyton Krebs with a change of scenery. Sabalski was talking about this too. Maybe Peyton Krebs could really change his trajectory. Like, maybe he can just be what we have expected. Like, Krebs doesn't look good, especially production-wise. So, trying to see if I missed anything that came out. But again, it's going to be very interesting now to see how Vegas handles their cap situation. Yeah, I don't see anything that I missed. Isn't that crazy that Eichel's missed like almost he's missed almost a year now? And well, not quite a year, but he's missed like by the time he returns, he'll have missed like a year. And he's only got 9 points less than Mitch Marner in that draft class. Like, isn't that freaking insane? He has 24 more points than Sebastian Aho. Like, people forget how good Eichel is, I think. Like, this guy, he was rocking over a point per game career, right? Or close to it. Close to it. 355 points and 375 career games. But considering that he was playing for Buffalo and Eichel has 355 points and 375 career games, that's crazy. The only year he was quite off a point per game was his first year, his rookie season. He had 56 and 81 games. But outside of that, 57 points in 61, 64 and 67, 82 points in 77 games. That was probably his like that year, and then his 68 games, 78 points. Like those 2 years, like we recognized Eichel as a top 5 player or top 10 player in the league, easy. And then last year, obviously, the Sabres just sucked, and he only played 21 games, but still stood out. No, Manny. Unfortunately, it looks like Eichel won't be back for the U.S. Olympics. I would put a 5% on it. I would put 5% chance. It would have to be a miracle. The surgery, Eichel would have to get the surgery in the next couple days. He would have to get the surgery right away, and he would have to have the best case possible return. And I don't even think Vegas is going to want him to go to U.S. Olympics. Like, to me, it would be so rushed. For his long-term, I mean, sure, Olympics would be great, but for long-term gain, everyone involved would have him missing the Olympics and return in March. Which would be, March would be after the Olympics. Isaac with the 5. Thank you so much. Says also, we get to see Jack on a winning team with Patches and Stone. I watch random channels, laugh a lot, so I've seen some of your videos. Thank you so much, Isaac. Well, I hope to see you here more. Thank you so much. Donations or not, I always love having people in the streams and videos. So thank you so much, guys. Let's get some Isaac hype in the chat. Unreal. Thank you so much. So who's your favorite team, Isaac? Yeah, Dylan, I'd take Eichel any day of the week for sure. Yeah, Tin, you were right. I'll give you credit where credit's due. You were making a strong statement. I wasn't backing your statement at the time because for me it was way too early to make a statement like that, even 24 hours ago or less than that. But you were right. You said Eichel was not coming to Calgary, so I'll give you credit where it's due. Yeah. I mean, as I've said, I think this one was so hard to predict. It was between Calgary and Vegas, right? Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Tommy, I'm a Leafer, but I do this channel for all 32 teams, so you'll be able to see, like, I cover all the news. I do World Juniors, I do Olympics, I do, well, obviously, Olympics doesn't come around much, but, yeah, I streamed last night, guys. I did a spontaneous stream for the overtime shootout of St. Louis, LA, so I do just streams like that sometimes, too. Connor says, my favorite player traded to my least favorite team. Couldn't be more upset. I mean, yeah, Connor, I'm not going to lie, guys. I know there's Vegas fans in the chat. I'm not going to say I'm a big Vegas guy, because I'm not. Didn't like how they treated Fleury. Fleury's one of my favorite players. I guess I'll say favorite goalies, but just overall one of my favorite players. So, yeah. Kind of sucks, but... Charlie, I don't know how you're a Sabres fan. You could say Eichel is brutal on Buffalo. Like, to me, that's mind-blowing. If you're going to put the Sabres' struggles and shit show on Eichel... I don't know what to tell you, buddy. It's not it. Put the perspective of Eichel in your mind here. Buddy was rocking a point per game. Buddy was leading the Sabres from basically nothing. And he had to play on a losing team for years to start his career. You think that's easy? You think that's easy for a star player like that? I don't know how you could say Eichel was brutal on Buffalo. That's insane to say. I'm sorry. That is insane to say. Okay, well, Charlie, you also don't know what he was acting like in the dressing room. You weren't there, but sure. No, Tommy, like, I don't know why people compare. Like, sure, I understand. Like, I'm like, I can understand the reference. Steve's a great guy, but I'm my own person, you know? So I do my own shit. He covers mostly Leafs and stuff and does his thing. I do my own thing, guys. I just do my own thing. Tristan with a 7 says, we got almost as much as this for Mantha. No pick given away either. I love Steve Yzerman. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, the Red Wings got a first, a second, and Vrana for Mantha. You can make your comparisons. Vrana and Tuck are very different players. The only difference is that Buffalo got Krebs. So, Tristan, that is somewhat a comparable. 100%. That's insane. Stevie Y is a different breed. We all know that. So thank you so much, Tristan. Let's get some Tristan hype in the chat. Thank you so much for the dono. Why is everyone hating on Vegas? Revenge. No one's... I mean, maybe other people are hating on Vegas. I'm not hating on Vegas. Do I love Vegas? No. But that's more because of the Fleury situation. I think my opinion on Vegas is they got good really fast. And I think it sucks as like a fan of a team that's like seen them struggling for so long. But I'm not going to hate on Vegas for that. Yeah. I don't know. I can see why people dislike them. I mean, Tommy just kind of said it. Hey, Tony says, new to the channel, picked up hockey finally about 6 to 8 years ago. Excited to start following the channel and learn more of the league. Hey, Tony, this is a great spot to be at, man. Guys, let's welcome Tony to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, guys, free to subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notified. YouTube doesn't always send out noties, so if you want to join the Discord, thank you so much. Tony, let us know who you're a fan of. Thanks for being here. And let's get 100 likes. Let's go, guys. Big respects to Tony. What's up, Ryan? Joe says, Brandstrom, Suzuki, Glass, Krebs. Vegas shipping out their first rounders. Wonder if Brisson should be worried. Yeah, I know. It is true. Vegas is like barely any of their original first-round picks. And the first-round picks, like, are gone. Yeah. Charlie says, Vegas' old teams, only forwards signed until age 35. They will fall hard. Buffalo will get a good draft pick, much higher than you think. Leonard stinks. Wow, Charlie. I mean, Charlie's a Sabres fan. I can understand the salt of like seeing these players go. I mean, Charlie, sure, Leonard had his struggles in Buffalo, but he's been good in Vegas for the most part, so. Yeah, I mean, Ray, bro, that's 100%. I mean, you guys can blame a lot of other GMs and a lot of other teams for making Vegas good. I love the Florida Panthers, but you can blame Florida. To an extent, you can blame Minnesota. You can blame... Who else I would say you can blame? You can blame Ottawa to an extent. You can blame... Montreal, like, they got Suzuki, so I'm not going to blame Montreal. You can blame Pittsburgh to an extent. And you can blame Anaheim to an extent. Those are the teams I'd say you can blame for Vegas being good so fast. Anaheim, Florida, Minnesota, Ottawa, Pittsburgh. You can blame those 5 teams the most, 100%. Am I missing a team, guys, in the chat? Florida, Minnesota, Ottawa, Pittsburgh, Anaheim. Am I missing any team that blessed them? Because those are the teams that blessed them the most. I can go over the players. Ray, bro, am I missing any team that blessed Vegas to start? Jake says, yo, what's good? I'm at school. Respect you so much. Hey, thank you, Jake. Appreciate it. Yeah, Charlie, the schedule is on the community tab. I'll stream another Hurricanes game coming up, but yeah, Ray, bro, exactly. Columbus. Yeah, I guess Columbus with William Karlsson, but that one was really tough. Like, I'll say Columbus is in there too. Good point, Logan and I'll say Columbus is in there too, but it was so hard to predict that William Karlsson was going to pop off. William Karlsson wasn't really anything crazy special with Columbus. But yeah, you're right. So, Columbus with William Karlsson, Anaheim with Shea Theodore, Pittsburgh with Marc-Andre Fleury, Florida with Riley Smith and Marchessault, and Minnesota with Haula and Alex Tuch. I would primarily put Tuch, and then Tuch ended up being the primary piece of them bringing in Eichel. Yeah, Tommy. So tonight, guys, I will be kind of giving the first reveal of the new sponsorship of the channel. I've never been about money on this channel. I've never been about that stuff, but obviously I have to support myself, and I've been really picky in picking a sponsorship. So 3 years into the channel, finally, I mean, you would see it like at a lot of points, channels a lot smaller would go into sponsorships. I've waited a very long time to go into a sponsorship, so that will be revealed tonight. Not going to be a big deal. I'm going to do one read for it and just have the code on the stream. Outside of that, I'm not doing anything big. And yeah, so I'll be streaming tonight for Lightning Leafs. Tomorrow I'll probably do a spontaneous stream, and then Saturday I'll probably do 2 streams. I'll do one during the day, and then I'll do, yeah, what's the stream during the day again? I might do a short stream for it if it's a close game, I was saying. Saturday, yeah, I might do the early game, either Lightning Senators, or I might go live early and cover a little bit of Panthers Hurricanes, and then do Bruins Leafs or something like that. Hey guys, 8 more likes to 100. Not Manscaped, no. Thank you guys. Yeah, for anyone, I revealed it a couple days ago. It's a betting company, so. Yeah, guys, I wouldn't say Nashville blessed Vegas, whoever. Like, yeah, I mean, Tristan, Neil was a good piece that year, but Winks has just subbed and been looking for another channel for hockey content. Thank you so much, Wing. Yeah, guys, I put in a lot of work for this channel, so thank you so much, guys. Let's get some hype in the chat for Wing. Thank you so much. Hey, Sharaf with the 10. Thank you so much for the donos. I just woke up and see this news. Thank you so much, Sharaf. Let's get some Sharaf hype in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's go, Sharaf. Yeah, man, massive news. I woke up I don't think it was that late. Like, I woke up at 9:30. I feel like that's a reasonable time. Like, I don't have to work early in the morning or anything. So, woke up at 9:30 and I saw this right when I woke up, and I was like, frick. Oh, General Manager Kevyn Adams is set to address the media following this morning. Let's see. Oh, he's on the radio right now. Let me see if we can listen to this. Frig, where's my headphones? Bro. I don't know where I put my headphones, but I want to see. Adam says there was never a pressure point that we felt a deal needed to be done. We made a deal that we felt was right. Nah, that's a joke. I'm sorry, Kevyn Adams. I see right through that. Okay, guys, let's look at Kevyn Adams' quotes right now. Shout out to WGR550 for setting out these quotes right now. All right, so yeah, these are the quotes from Adams coming out right now. It was never personal. I said that from the beginning. We have to do what we felt was the best thing for our organization. We got to a point where we felt this offer from Vegas was the strongest we got. This was a really important decision for us. Yeah, I think they were still hoping for something better from Calgary, but yeah, I guess I think that part's true. I mean, obviously you're going to accept the best offer. Everyone's saying it was never personal. Yeah. Alright, we'll see the rest of the quotes that come out here. 4 more likes to 100. Let's go. Did I sleep at all? I slept for a solid 6 hours. Hey, King Carl, thanks for being here. Thank you, Wing. I appreciate you. Thank you, Tommy. There you go, Nate. Old man Tavares won't keep up. All right, Charlie. We'll see. Krebs will get 5 points against the Leafs in his first game? Maybe. Charlie's comments make me laugh. Justin says, Vegas loses this trade. Wow. Justin, these are some confident words, man. When people make like confident statements like this, I'm like, pfft. I mean, what's anytime soon? Yeah, Eichel won't be back till March, and you don't know what kind of form he'll be, but jeez. Elizabeth said that it's confirmed that Tkachuk will sign an offer sheet to play with his brother. Yeah, that's for sure confirmed. Oh my god, you make me laugh. You guys all... thank you for these comments, guys. I'm having a good laugh. Wing with the 100 likes. Wing's hyping us up. Thank you so much, guys. We got 100 likes. Let's go. It's a neck injury? Yeah, Justin. I can understand that. But we don't know. It's such a... We don't know. Yeah, I said Eichel might not go back to form. But at the end of the day, it's not like Vegas gave up the stars, the moon, and the sun here. Like, Alex Tuch's been injury prone himself. He's out for months. Peyton Krebs hasn't been panning out, but he still could pan out. I'm not saying like he's far from a bust, but it's been kind of slow development from him. And the first round pick, who knows what the first round pick is going to become. So I don't know how anyone possibly could say Vegas took an L here. It's a high risk, high reward. Like you're saying Eichel won't trade or Eichel won't play for a while. Neither will Tuch. Vegas is barely losing anything right now. Literally nothing. They're not losing. Like, they didn't have Tuch. He's injured. Krebs? Okay, so they lost Krebs. Krebs wasn't doing anything in the NHL right now. Yeah, Charlie. I think Buffalo could have such a bright future, but that's a big if they bring guys in. Like, yes, based on what they have right now, all the prospects, sure. They're going to be a good team in a few years, but that's like... Again, they have to fill that cap space with smart contracts. You have to understand. Jeff Skinner, $9 million for a few years? Just a few years, right? Like, they can't sign stupid contracts like that. I can tell you that. I understand that was a bottle signing, but still, they can't sign stupid contracts anymore. Elizabeth, don't be faking stuff. Haig was never added to the trade. Oh, Danny Heatley, I agree. I haven't hated on Krebs. I'm just, guys, when I say things like that, just facts. It's not, I'm not hating on Krebs. I like Krebs, and I think he's still going to have a bright future, but I'm speaking facts. He hasn't shown much, and yes, a bad development atmosphere for him, but he hasn't shown much in the NHL. I'm just saying what Vegas lost. In their own perspective, they didn't lose much right now with Krebs. I'm not talking about the future. Everyone's talking about right now. Vegas didn't lose much right now. We don't know what the first round pick's going to be. Krebs was not performing at the NHL level. Yet. He's 20 years old, so I'm saying yet. And Alex Tuch is injured. So people are just saying, oh, Vegas lost this big time for the now. No, they didn't. They didn't lose anything basically for the now. For this year, they're not going to see anything basically until March that they lost. What's up, Jeff? And their first round pick they gave is top 10 protected. Like... Yeah, Blended, me too. But I did say, guys, I've been saying, people in the chat, they know this from the live streams and what I've talked about. I did say if it was involving Alex Tuch, it'd be Tuch Krebs and a first round pick. So I was actually really close on that prediction. Because it was just a second round and third round pick thrown in there. But yeah, I don't know what the next big trade will be. I think it depends. I think... We'll see what Calgary does in the long term with Tkachuk. I think that's a big question mark. I think John Gibson could be in there. I'm going to make a video, guys, to look out for. I'll make a video coming up of, like, the next 5 big players that could be traded or something like that. I mean, yeah, because I could see John Gibson, if Anaheim struggles, he could be one to move in the next year. I know, Raybro, exactly what Raybro said. Eddie says still 4 to 5 mil over with uninjured player. Yeah, I mean, that's why we were talking about Eddie. They're going to have to ship out 2 guys at least. Named either Riley Smith, Dadanoff, Janmark, McNabb. They're going to have to ship out some guys here to create the cap space if they want Eichel to return in March. So they're not rushed, but from now until March, they're going to have to ship out at least a couple of names for sure. What's up, Brian? Yeah, guys, comment in the chat if I haven't read your name yet. What's up, Sammy? So, guys, give me the combination of 2 guys that you think Vegas will have to trade to bring Eichel back in March to create the cap space. Do you think it's a combination of, like, McNabb and Dadanoff and Janmark, Dadanoff and Riley Smith and Janmark? It could even be freaking Bressois. Bressois could be traded and they get a new backup that's cheap. It's got to be 2 guys they trade. So who do you think they're gonna trade to create the space? Or what Jay said, do you think they pull a Lightning and Kucherov and keep Eichel out until the playoffs? I'm just thinking, man, if Vegas can turn it around, maybe they do keep Eichel out till the playoffs. That would be insane to do. But I mean, we just saw it with the Lightning. I don't know. Well, Sammy, Dadonov played pretty good. I mean, I don't think any team's gonna step up and do Vegas any favors, but teams have done Vegas favors. I don't know. That's also a possibility, Rodney. That's definitely also a possibility where Vegas, if they were to struggle, say Vegas was not in a playoff spot by, I don't know, February, March, maybe they do scrap the year, but I don't see that happening. I think they're all in the prime right now. Vegas doesn't want to waste a year. Sam's is watching from work. Love your content, John. Thank you, Sam. I really appreciate that. No, Tommy, I don't see it. And I mean, Tommy, I wouldn't really say Pitt's like 7th in the Metro right now. Like, it's not even 10 games in. I mean, the points between that is so close. Like, I wouldn't even consider them 7th in the Metro. Like, they win one more game and they jump like 3 spots or something. Like, it's just so close that, and they haven't had guys in the lineup like no Crosby, Malkin, Rust. Like, I don't think they trade Crosby. I think he retires a Penguin, but who knows? I also thought Fleury was going to retire a Penguin, but I mean, he still could, but also Crosby is Crosby. Like, love Fleury, but Crosby's Crosby. So guys, general, well, I'm going to kind of answer that right now. Guys, do you think now with Eichel not going to Calgary, do you think this changes the Johnny Gaudreau situation? Do you think Gaudreau is gone, or do you think he still stays in Calgary? I know, Salty. People are tripping in the chat. Salty, here's the problem, right? A lot of these people are making takes like this. So say Eichel comes back and rips it up. You think these people are going to be in the comments owning up to their shit? There's no way. Because, man, I could make some crazy comment. And maybe someone would screenshot it, but for some of these comments, like, it's just like, it's freaking going wild on the keyboard, just saying a bunch of whack shit. Like, that Eichel's a scrub. That, like, Vegas is, like, screwed. Like, there's no way that that they would own up to that. Salty, no, we did the math. So if you want to rewind, we did the math on it. So say with a 23-man roster, 22-man roster, they're about $7.5 million over the cap with everyone healthy. Well, Chris, it's a high risk, high reward for Vegas, but Vegas has a lot more potential to win this trade than Buffalo does. Buffalo would have to hit big on their first round pick. They would have to hope Tuck rocks like 60 to 70 points on an 82-game season, and Krebs becomes a really good top 6 forward. Only there would Buffalo get a good return here for Eichel. Oh my God, Charlie, these takes, bro. Elizabeth, keep the same energy if Eichel does something big with Vegas. Jeez. Jay says, I hope Vegas can come close, but Eichel's still so young. This was the best case scenario for them. But you guys, you know what's funny? I'm not going to compare Eichel to certain players here, but I'm just referencing this because this is factual. You know how many people called Ovechkin a loser? Said Ovechkin would never win a cup for so many years? Said Ovechkin's just a one-dimensional player. Ovechkin can't do this. Ovechkin won't win. Ovechkin's not a winner. Ovechkin won't win. You know how many people said about Tampa being chokers? You could say whatever you want about Tampa, but Tampa never going to win a cup. Tampa this, Tampa that, Tampa this, Tampa that, and they won 2 cups. Be careful what you say. Because I guarantee a lot of you in the chat that are saying the same things about Jack Eichel, we're saying the same things about Ovechkin, we're saying the same things about Tampa Bay, and now you won't own up to your shit. Because you said that in the past, it's all good. Anyways, that's my point. I don't know how you guys can call Eichel a loser or Eichel a losing player when he was playing for the Sabres when he had no one else around him. Anyways. Yeah, exactly, Danny. From the start, I thought that was a pretty decent trade for Montreal, but I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. The fact that they got Norlinder from that, Suzuki from that, and Tatar. Exactly. I mean, Ray, bro, that was kind of a miracle, though. That was very risky. What McDavid came back from, guys. People were saying, like, if you watch the story, I don't know who in the chat watched the McDavid kind of thing. It was like, it was a little, like, it wasn't like a documentary or something, but it was like the McDavid story, and I was reading up on it, and I did a lot of research on that. Who was watching that and reading that? Because there was a scenario where McDavid was not going to come back into the NHL. But look at him. He's literally on, like, 140, 150 point pace. Him and Draisaitl are going off, and McDavid's the best in the world. But there was a point where McDavid may have not come back at all to the NHL. Like, he wouldn't have been close to the same. And I'm not saying Eichel is going to come back 100%. I'm not saying he's he's not. But, oh my God, some of these premature comments. You guys need to realize that if Eichel comes back and he can recover fully from this, you guys are going to eat your words. A lot of you guys that are chirping them. I'm telling you. Hey, what's up, Chris? Appreciate you being here. So, guys, if Eichel can come back to even at least 90%, but like say he comes back and he's recovered and the neck doesn't become a problem, maybe he's a little bit less of a player because of like certain restrictions, but do you think he will get 100 points in an 82-game season next year with Vegas? What do you guys think? Over or under 100? Yeah, Eichel should be back after the Olympic break, yeah. Oh, is he, Jacob? Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to try to put that on really quickly. Thank you. Big shout out to who just said that? Jacob Hernandez. Thank you so much. Thanks for being a subscriber. Yeah, guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and hit that notification bell. I'm on TSN. I don't... Or is he tripping? TSN, like radio, maybe, I guess you're saying? He's probably referring to radio because it's not on TV. He's definitely referring to radio. The Blues could have gotten Eichel if they put Tarasenko in a package. No, Rodney, no. Tuch is much more valuable than Tarasenko at this point, especially on the contract and age. Ali, I don't know what you're talking about. That's another just fraud comment. What kind of comment is that? I don't know what I'm talking about. That, guys, are you seeing some of these comments? Holy shit, I'm just gonna ignore them at this point. Corey says Eichel has a skill. He also has a shitty attitude and a lot of drama. Yeah, Corey, how do you know that, man? You've been behind the scenes? Please, tell me. I'm so curious when people make takes like that. So you're in the dressing room, you were behind the scenes? Like, tell me. Can't Vegas make 2 emergency call-ups without having players go against the cap? Elias, not in the scenario of long-term. No, you can't do that. It has to be a short-term thing. Okay. Take a break. Calgary had the losers. Calgary didn't get stronger. I know, right, bro? I know. Isaac said I'd probably have a shitty attitude if I was on a bad team with horrible management who won't let me get the right surgery. Good point, Isaac. Really good point. I think I would be pretty frustrated too. Wouldn't you think? I think I'd be pretty frustrated too. It's funny how that works, right? It is funny how that works. Why do so many people dislike Eichel? Well, Jeff, there's other 2 reasons. Actually, there's probably 3 reasons, Jeff. I'll outline it for you. 1, it's either the people that are salty that they didn't get Eichel. 2, it's either... I respect a lot of Sabres fans, but 2, there's a lot of Sabres fans that are probably really upset about it and are going to chirp them. But respect would be a better way. Or 3, there's people that just... There's not much to it, that are just... They like to make up shit behind their computer screen and talk shit about players and label players chokers and losers and all this. And that third option of people is the same people that called Ovechkin a loser and a one-dimensional player and a drama person before he won a cup. The same people that said the same things about Stammer and Kucherov and Tampa Bay. And you could go down the list. So, yeah, Leah, this surgery is risky. Like, guys, no one's arguing that. I'm glad Leah can, like, make a point here. So, 100%, this surgery is super risky. Everyone knows that, right? So, I'm not saying that there isn't risk here for Vegas. 100%. If it didn't work out, it would look really bad on Vegas. And maybe some people in the chat would be right. But the point is, for the now, it's not like Vegas lost a lot. Okay? Alex Tuch's not playing. Peyton Krebs is such a wild card for what he'll become. He could become something great. But like that's like a top 6 forward. And the first round pick, as I said, is top 10 protected. A lot of teams lose first round picks all the time for rentals. They don't win the playoffs and they lose them. They lose the first round picks for basically nothing. So at the end of the day, Vegas still has their core. Yes, they lose Alex Tuch, who's a really underrated, really great player. But this is the high risk, high reward that comes with it. And that's why I kept explaining to people that Buffalo was not going to get this crazy haul. And when that report came out yesterday, I was shocked. I was shocked that Calgary was going to do that. That's why yesterday I was going crazy. I was like, there's no way Calgary does this. And when all those reports were coming out, I was like, are you kidding me? So, yes, there's that massive risk. But at the end of the day, you have to understand these are world-class doctors. And Vegas is putting the faith that this surgery is going to work out. And Eichel's going to come back somewhat, mostly. Like, I'm trying to use the right wording, but mostly healthy. Like, 90% at the very least, or even... Look at McDavid's recovery. Like, sometimes world-class doctors... you put a team together, you would hope that this guy can recover. Yes, this is a neck injury. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to go into that specifics. But my point is, the assumptions on either side are wrong until it happens. You know? Corey used to say John is a Leaf fan. Freddie having a perfect October with Carolina. Yeah, I mean, Corey, that's also another one, right? Last year, how many people were calling Freddie a shit goalie? Were crapping on Freddie when he was like basically injured. Was playing injured for a lot of the season. And I said, Freddie's going to return to a top 10 goalie next year and you guys are going to be eating your words. So a lot of people are eating their words now with Freddie because Freddie's playing unreal in Carolina. And no one's owning up to their shit. Like I laugh because I always have to own up to my shit. You guys know that. I always on this channel have to own up to my shit, which I'm fine with doing. When I'm wrong, I will admit I'm wrong. But I have a video that I literally have, like I'm going to search it up right now. Frederik Andersen, Hot Take Hockey. And I do Frederik Andersen sucks, ? Rant. You go watch that video. I'll show it on the screen right now. You guys go watch that video for me. lot of people were disagreeing with me on that video. And, well, look at how Freddie's playing in Carolina, and then you let me know. Did he actually, Mike? Let me check. Oh, shit. Guys, look at this. Thank you, Mike. Whoa! Sheesh! What do you guys think? Is that a W or L? Does that look good? W or L in the chat? Yeah, I mean, Leonard does reunite with Eichel too. I think, yeah, because Leonard tweeted it out as well. So Brett Connor says it makes me sick. Wow, a lot of people hate Eichel. Jeez. Intamin, last chance, buddy. Don't comment that again. Please have some respect. Bro, I don't know why you're like... People are saying I'm talking about propaganda when I'm just speaking facts. Like, that's some crazy shit to put in the comments, man. I'm sorry. That is some crazy shit to drop in the comments. What's up, Joe? Yeah, Connor, and I respect you for not liking the team. Like, it's your opinion. Yeah, really, we're saying, I think Vegas, if Eichel could come back somewhat healthy, that's easily a top 5, top line in the league. Easy. I mean, you can have your own opinions on it. I'd say, yeah, like, depends on how you see Edmonton. Like, Edmonton's more of the duo because, like, you can literally throw anyone on the line with Draisaitl and McDavid if they're together. Like, Draisaitl and McDavid, they've been kind of alternating. Sometimes they're together, sometimes they're not this year. But when they're together, anyone's on that line. If it's Hyman, Puljujarvi, whoever it is, that's one of the best lines in hockey. Obviously, Colorado's top line's up there. Boston's top line's up there. But now Vegas, if they're healthy, that line's going to be up there for sure. What does this mean for the rest of Buffalo's season? Well, they won't get Alex Tuch back until well into the new year. I'm sure they'll give Peyton Krebs a chance to play, but I think, in my opinion, I think the right development for Krebs would be give him AHL time. But at the same time, Buffalo's given a lot of their younger guys chances this year, whether it's like Asplund or like obviously Cousins was playing. Like, Buffalo's given chances to different players this year. I think Middlestat is hurt right now, right? So even like Ristolainen, who played a little bit last year, I can't believe he's already 24, but the only other guy I was going to say that they've given a chance this year is Jacob Bryson, who's looked pretty good. But, I mean, Krebs would be the youngest outside of Cousins to play. So I wonder if they put Krebs in the AHL. It's going to be interesting. And Jack Quinn's been doing fairly well, right? I'm going to check Jack Quinn's stats, because I'm pretty sure last time I checked he was doing really well, and I was watching some of his highlights. Yeah, Jack Quinn has 12 points in 7 games with Rochester. So he's ripping it up. And the only other guy I wanted to check was JJ Peterka, because I think Ottawa's going to regret not taking Peterka. Yeah, he has 8 points in 7 games with Rochester. So I think, I mean, you look at, like, don't get me wrong, I think Buffalo's future is going to be good. JJ Peterka, Jack Quinn. Yeah, like those two guys, along with Asplund, Krebs, Cousins, Ristolainen, Middlestat, Olofsson. They have a bright future. Like, Olafson's already 26, but they have a bright future. Like, no one's going to argue that. But the only thing they lack now, I'd say, is just that number one center. Like, Middlestat and Cousins. Like, Cousins could be... I'll say this. Cousins is probably closest from what they have right now to become a number one center. But I see Cousins more as, like, that stellar number two guy. If they can get... Like, if Buffalo in the next few years... Who won the trade? Well, Rayleigh. I mean... The potential of winning the trade is Vegas. I think this is an okay return, I've been saying, for Buffalo. I know some people are saying, oh, Adams is the worst GM possible. I mean, people need to understand how risky this is for Vegas. Yeah, Ray, I agree. So that's why I said, like, Jack Quinn's going to be good. I'm not going to argue that. I have always said I think Jack Quinn's going to be a good scorer in the NHL. But I think it would be really, really, like, attractive to have Rossi and Cousins as your 1-2 punch for a while. Like, if Buffalo drafted Rossi, I would have a lot of confidence in their future here. I still have confidence they're going to be good in a couple of years, and I think, as I said, I think Jack Quinn could be really good, but I think the potential of Rossi is, like, so good that Rossi and Cousins would be such, like, a great 1-2 punch at the NHL level long term. But, again, you never know. I mean, who knows? Buffalo... They could still fall off the cliff here and get a top 3 pick. And if they can get... Man, imagine Buffalo got a Shane Wright. That would change things around for them pretty quickly, I think. Yeah, I would say, George, I would say the Hull one is I don't know. The Reinhart one, it depends. The Reinhart one's a wait and see, but the Hull one for me was super underwhelming. But again, they brought him in on a contract through free agency. It wasn't like they had Hull long term. Yeah, guys, I'm a little disappointed at a lot of these reports that were coming out. Okay, guys, here's some stuff that we can look at on Twitter right now. So, McCrimmon expects Eichel will have surgery quite soon, as I said. I would imagine it happens quite soon. Says Eichel's team has a short list of 2 or 3 possibilities. Says he can say that Eichel will get the surgery soon. I don't know where you saw the Kachuk comment from Adams. Okay, so Krebs to the AHL, as I said. I think that's a smart move. So let's look through some of these quotes. Okay. So we talked to everybody in the league. Sometimes they get more serious. Other times discussions broke down. We were not going to be backed into a corner at any point. Krebs was certainly someone we targeted, and it was important for us to get him part of the deal. Alex Tuck, he was unbelievable in our conversation we had with how excited he was to be a member of the Sabres. I don't know how Tuck could be extremely excited going from Vegas to Buffalo, but he will be a big part of Buffalo. I will say that, a big player for them. I spoke to Jack Eichel and had a long conversation. I care about him as a person and wish him the best moving forward. This was a challenging situation for everyone involved. This was never personal. This was me doing a job I had to do in my role to help our franchise moving forward. As we went through this process, this was our focus with Vegas with the pieces that we wanted in any detail or any deal. We're excited for obvious reasons. Teams were getting more medical clarity as the months went on. All the people that we had moved are excellent people and excellent hockey players. Krebs, as I said, AHL, I think that's a smart move. Vision of how we want to build this here. Looks like Alex Tuck is going to be out a couple of more months. Yeah, so that's what I said. So you're not getting Eichel until the new year. From a leadership standpoint, Okposo and Gergensons have been great for us and exactly the leaders we had hoped for. The expectation is extremely high in this organization. We have to be patient, but we have to go out and compete every single day. Jack and I had multiple face-to-face conversations, and they were all honest conversations. I'm aware of his feelings and where we were. We felt strongly about what we were doing and where we were going as a franchise. Interesting. Joe, you're making a lot of strong statements in the chat, man. I'm not saying you're going to be wrong or right or what it's going to be, but we have no idea how it's going to transpire. So, yeah, Jacob, exactly. Buffalo's getting some Canadian represents. Jordan says, anyone know when Eichel will play? Yeah, most likely March. Like I said, Joe, I agree with you. I agree with you that there's a lot of people have had to stop playing hockey because of neck, because of back issues, stuff like that. I'm not disagreeing with you. But what I am saying is Eichel's young. What I am saying is that a lot of doctors are putting a timeline on this, that if it's done right, which yes, it's a lower percentage of done perfectly right, but there is a percentage not like, yeah, obviously not in high professional sport. Like in hockey, this has never happened, right? So it's like, or a player of this caliber, especially from this injury return. So we don't know. Like, I'm not going to sit here. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a health professional. I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to come back. Like, I'm saying if he does. I've always said if. It is a massive if. It's a high risk, high reward. Anyways. Yeah, Render, maybe. But again, guys, let us know in the chat if you're a new viewer, a new subscriber. We would love to welcome you to the channel. Don't be shy. Let us know who your favorite team is. And hit that like button. Easiest way to support. Have the notifications on. I'm going to go live later tonight for Lightning Leafs. I will be... I definitely want to go live for a lot of, like, I would say Buffalo and Vegas games, like in the new year, when we'll see what happens when these guys are coming back. But... yeah, not much is going to change for these teams right now. I know a lot of people are like, is that an Eichel jersey? No, it's a Ryan Miller jersey. But yeah, like not much is going to change for either of these teams right now. Tuck was injured, Eichel was injured, Krebs was playing for Vegas, but outside of that, he wasn't doing much on the NHL level right now. So I'll just continue to say that these teams are not changing much for the right now. It's the future that's going to change. Lila, we did a stream last night. We were watching a bit of the Predators, Oilers. I'm sure I'll do a full Predators stream at some point over the next couple months, but I'm obviously trying to balance the streams, and I'm trying to do what's best for everything involved. But yeah, Lila, you recommend a good Predators matchup stream to me, and I will consider it. Thank you for being here. Hey, David Urban. Well, welcome if you're a new subscriber. Thank you so much. Lila, who's your favorite player on the Preds? Yeah, Lightning Leafs should be a good matchup tonight. Yeah, Salvatore. Vegas did look awful the other night, for sure. Stream everything except the Jets? James, you have to look at my streaming schedule, man. I'm streaming 2 Jets games this month. I can't stream every single team, like, all the time. You have to go look at my schedule, guys. If you go to the community tab on this YouTube channel, you go to the main page, you slide over to the community part. Home, videos, playlist, then it's community. You click on that, my schedule's there. I'm streaming 2 Jets games this month, buddy. So just look out for my schedule. I always post my schedule there. We'll see, Justin. All right, Tommy, you're always welcome here, man. Hope to see you tonight as well. What's up, Jack? Hey, Steven with the 10. Thank you so much. Let's get some Steven hype in the chat. But yeah, I go live almost every night, guys. I make a lot of videos. Like, guys, let's get some Steven hype. So yeah, the only condition as far as I know, Steven, is the top 10 protected. So that first round pick, it can't be in the top 10 for the draft. So it is top 10 protected. So say Vegas did shit the bed, it would get shifted by a year. So yeah, I would imagine over the next 2 years, Vegas is not in the top 10 in the draft. So, hey, Steven, I really appreciate the support. Donations are always much appreciated, guys. Never ask for them, but obviously it means a lot to support me and the channel. So thank you so much, guys. How many jerseys do I have? Around 50 jerseys, I'd say, in around there. But yeah, guys, I will stay live here for probably another 15-20 minutes till about 12. Gonna get some food in me. Probably gonna get some shit done around the apartment, and then I'll make a couple of videos this afternoon as well. Yeah, Adrian Jack, Eichel is traded. And let's try to get 200 likes if we can, so hit that like button. I'll see if there's any more quotes on Twitter from Kevyn Adams or anything Eichel related. Wait, so Gabrick officially retired? Jeez. And random, it looks like Larkin is away for personal reasons. Whoa. This quote from, I mean, yeah, you guys are right. I forgot about that, right? Alex Tuck. Yeah, he's from Syracuse, New York. So he's going to be close to home. That is true. I guess maybe he's not bullshitting when he's saying he's excited, because he actually is close to home. It was a dream come true to be a Buffalo Sabre. This is a guy who grew up watching the Sabres and dreamed about playing for the Sabres. So there you go. I guess, yeah, that's maybe a thing. Like, I was just saying more so like you're going from a team that is cup contenders to this. So yeah, I guess in that perspective, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. They brought in Tuck then, because if he wants to play for that's the thing for a team like the Sabres where you've struggled for so long and you've been kind of a weak team, and like you've had a situation where players don't want to be there. You want to bring in a player that wants to be there. So I think that's massive. 100%. That is so massive. If Tuck grew up like a Sabres fan, basically, that's massive for the team. Hey, well, Sabres fan, thank you so much. Welcome if you're a new subscriber. So yeah, you're a first-time viewer, so I hope you subscribe. I'll see you more. And you asked me, long-time Sabres fan, who do you think in the future will benefit from this trade? Like involved in the trade, Sabres fan, or just in general? Like, here's what I'll say. I think obviously the Vegas top, like I think consistently Stone and Pacioretty being with Eichel. I think in the playoffs, if Eichel could come back healthy, that's gonna be the most, like, the biggest thing, because I love Chandler Stevenson. He's great, but I think what we saw in the playoffs, definitely down the run, was like Stone got cold, Pacioretty got cold a bit. So it's like consistently, Eichel is going to boost both those guys in a big way. What I will say about Krebs is going to have more of a focus on development in Buffalo. I know that's like, people are going to be like, Buffalo development, but like 100%, because Vegas, especially over the last couple of years, has been about winning. They've been about the now. They've been about winning. They haven't been afraid to trade picks away. They haven't been afraid to trade prospects away. They haven't at all. So Vegas has been about the now. Different than past expansion teams, right? So what I'm thinking is Krebs is going to go to the Buffalo organization. He's going to go to the AHL, where he's going to probably play on a line with Jack Quinn and maybe JJ Peterka. And those young guys are going to be able to rip it up in the AHL. And I think Krebs is going to have an opportunity to thrive in that organization with a chance to be focused on with his development and then grow with all these younger players. Like, there's like 4 or 5 guys that, like Cousins, Peterka, as I just said, Quinn, like all those young guys, he'll be able to grow with. And you see it with different teams, right? That happens. It's really beneficial to them. So that's what I'll say. I think Krebs individually probably benefits the most from this trade. Individually for the long term. Eichel benefits regardless if he can come back 100% healthy, right? Or at least up there. But I think Krebs is actually the underrated. And as Ryguy just said, Cousins and Krebs reunited, there you go. And Leonard and Eichel back together. So it's like, I think Krebs individually benefits big, but in different ways. I mean, Tuck is back home. Krebs with his development. Eichel if he can be healthy. There's a lot of different aspects of like massive beneficial perspective here. What's up, HT? Go Sabres. Says good luck, Vegas. Hope you can control Jack. Whoa, okay. You guys and your little accusations here. I'm not going to comment on that, that's for sure. Ain't coming from me. Also, I want to... Yeah, Jared, thank you so much. Yeah, I'll be streaming for Lightning Leafs tonight. I want to pull something up that just got posted. Give me a sec. Here. So, guys, I was saying it looked like Stone was skating and he could be back sooner, but this is just... Let me put this here. McCrimmon on how he will manage the cap when everyone is healthy. It's an ongoing dance that capologists around the NHL have to be adapt to. You do have to ask yourself what happens if you return to full health, and yet sometimes you don't return to full health. So is he referring to Eichel or Stone or both? Interesting. Buffalo should have gotten Hag as well. But I think that was the thing, Ian, and what I was telling people. If Tuck was in there, I don't think there was ever a scenario where Vegas was giving up both Krebs and Hag. And I think Vegas preferred to give up Krebs because they like Hag on the back end. All right, guys, give me a timeline in the chat, just a number. How many years do you think it will take for Buffalo to be back to playoffs? Give me a number in the chat. Sabres fan, thank you so much for subscribing. Make sure you got that notification bell on. I'm going to get some Sabres videos going over the next couple of months, and I'll definitely do some Sabres streams as well. Give me Brendan, come on. Give me a realistic year and where the Sabres are back in the playoffs. Year count. Wow, Paul with the hot takes is this year. I'll go with the hot take. I'll say... No, I was going to say 3 years. I don't think this is much of a hot take. I'm going to go 4 years. 3-4 years, I think. I think 3 years is possible. I think if Power pans out, and if they can get another right shot defenseman, and if Dahlin can continue to, like, he needs to get better on his defense because he just got walked around the other night with Hurdle, and his defense is still not gotten better. But if they can get a right shot defenseman and a centerman, I think that team could be in playoffs in 3 years, like a playoff team in 3-4 years. But we'll see. What's up, Sean? What's up, Tyrone? What's up, Sharn? Yeah, guys, comment if I haven't said your name yet. Rage, what's up, Desmond? What's up, Philip? Adrian, Corey, Ian, Mad, Steven, Sabres fan, Spencer, Mr. Bandit, Brett, Brendan. Thank you for subscribing, guys. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, I think, like I said, when I woke up, I saw the trade had happened, so I just posted, like, literally, you guys gotta go watch my reaction video, because it's so funny. You could tell I just woke up. My sweater's, like, all freaking, like, I just threw on a random sweater that was just on my couch. So I just threw on the sweater, and I just literally didn't freshen up or anything. It's so funny. I don't really give a shit. Like, the trade happened. I just wanted my fresh reactions. Just fired up my PC and just clicked record. It's such a funny video. So make sure you guys go watch my video of me reacting to the Eichel trade. Because I literally wake up, see it. I jump out of bed, put some shorts on, put my sweater on, turn on my PC, click record. Like, literally there was no thought into it at all. Thank you, Sabres fan, for throwing notifications on with subscribing. I really appreciate that. Honestly, it means a lot, so thank you. Blair, the LA Kings won a shootout. Yeah, Sean, pretty crazy. Yeah, Sabres fan, for sure. It would be a shock. Steven says they got Dahlin on the offhand side. That's why he got walked. I mean, Steven, sure. I think that's part of it, but he gets walked other times, too. Sabres need younger goalies. Well, they've tried to put a lot of faith and, like, patience into Luukkonen, right? He's only 22. I do want to see... I actually haven't really checked his stats for this year. How has he done numbers-wise in the AHL? Because Luukkonen is the guy that Sabres fans have been hoping to pan out. Let me see. Oof. 818 save percentage. Oh, he's gotten lit up. 493 goals against average. Damn. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stress patience on that one. He's 6'4", only 22 years old. I'm gonna stress patience on that one, but holy shit. He has gotten lit up. Yeah, Salvatore, come on. I'll always shut up Melody, but we don't do that in the chat. And then everyone's gonna think we do that for. That's not fair. Everyone would come in and do that, so I'll always shut up Melody, but please don't do that. Steven says list Buffalo got Dugan in the trade. What are the details, Lauren? It's Eichel and a third for Tuck, Krebs, top 10 protected first round pick, and a second round pick. All right, guys, in the chat right now, I want to see what based on what you guys have seen to start the season, who has more of a chance to make the playoffs? Detroit, Ottawa, or Buffalo? I want to see what you guys are going to say with this. Detroit, Ottawa, or Buffalo? I'm not saying any of those three teams are going to make the playoffs, but out of those three, who's going to make? If there was a team there to make it. Krebs is starting the AHL. Yeah, Charlie, we were talking about that. A lot of you guys are saying Detroit. A couple of you said Buffalo. One of you, Brute, said Ottawa. Alright, guys. DeBoer on if he thinks the room was affected by the rumors of the Eichel trade in the last week. I think it's human nature when something like this is being rumored. Guys have families and kids, but at the same time, we have a veteran group and a lot of leadership in that room. Craig says, I've been told by 2 league sources that Matthew Tkachuk was never on the table in a potential Flames deal with the Sabres. No contract extension talks, nothing. One source called it made up bullshit. Another called it an attempt to create leverage. Wow. That's insane if that's true. Pete DeBoer and Eichel, there are only a handful of game-breaking players in the world who can create plays on their own, and he's one of them. Guys, what do you think? I believe this. I never said this was a thing. So that was made up. That part was made up. Whoever said that there was contract extension talks, that's made up. That is bullshit, 100%. But I've seen this, the leverage part. And it definitely is very interesting. Magic says Buffalo easily. Look at their depth. Anyways, guys. Hey, a lot of you guys, it's curious. I like the hot takes, though. Some of you guys, some of your hot takes in the chat, for sure. Damn, Justin. Justin's a Red Wings fan, so he ain't confident in the Red Wings at all. Who do I think has the brightest future out of Ottawa, Detroit, Buffalo? I'm actually going to say Detroit for 2 reasons. I think there's like 3 or 4 pieces in that Red Wings organization right now that I'm very high on, like prospect-wise, and they have Stevie Y. They have Steve Yzerman leading the way with that. So I'm going to say the Red Wings, but Ottawa has such a bright future, and if Buffalo can develop their prospects right and get one more high draft pick, like, I think my answer changes depending on those 3 teams. Like, if one of those teams got Shane Wright, obviously instantly my answer changes, right? Or, like, my answer is that team that gets Shane Wright. But anyways. Yeah, Chris. I mean, Charlie's a Sabres fan. He says screw Marco Rossi, but if Marco Rossi was a Buffalo Sabre, what do you think Charlie B would be saying? Shane Wright, I think, is going to be generational. Okay, so Justin, fire Blashill and instantly you're thinking you're a playoff team or what? Blashill doesn't change. I'm sorry, I hate to break the news to you, but Blashill doesn't change Detroit to a bad team to a playoff contender. There's a lot more that has to come with Detroit, but I do agree with you. I think Blashill. I think Blashill is not like. I think they do need to switch coaches at some point, and I think Stevie Y is going to realize that. All right, guys. Yeah, well, Salvatore, you're saying that, and someone else is saying something about Shane Wright. So, guys, I know it's so hard to say. You're predicting like a draft lottery and stuff like that, but just off a sense, just have fun with it. Where do you think Shane Wright will go, or where do you want him to go? Like, based on the teams that are possible in your mind that are going to finish bottom of the league or close to bottom of the league, Shane Wright to which team you think? Habs, Romaine. You think Montreal's going to be that bad? Lauren, they're going to have to trade a couple of guys. Alright, guys, I'm going to be live here for another 3 minutes, and then I'm ending stream. So, guys, make sure you hit that like button. I hope you do hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. It helps a lot. I want to see you guys more here. It's free to do so. So, there's not many hockey channels out there. I can guarantee you, I do my own thing here. I would say I shoot the shit, but I do take things seriously in terms of analysis. We have a good time here. So I mix in like fun with like, I bring on guests sometimes. I do have a couple big announcements for the channel in the future and stuff like that coming out. But I will be live tonight at about 6:30, 6:45 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll be live tonight for Lightning Leafs and for some other stuff. So look out for my stream tonight. Look out for videos that I'm going to drop a couple videos hopefully today. You guys are saying Yotes, Chicago. I think Chicago's going to improve, guys, to be honest. I still think Chicago is going to turn things around. I can't believe Chicago choked that lead against Carolina last night. That was insane. Yeah, Justin, fair enough. Rocky says Arizona. We'll see. Hey, what's up, Rye Guy? Appreciate you being here. All right, 170 likes. Let's go. All right, any other questions from you guys before I end stream? And we always do this, guys. Make sure you comment in the chat here as I'm ending stream to make sure I give you a shout out because I want you to comment so I can give you some appreciation. I do appreciate every single one of you guys that are in here. Alex Rand, MDB, thanks for being here, guys. James, what's up? Thanks for being here. Wing says, don't want to talk about that loss against the Hurricanes. Yeah, man, that was wild. Yeah, because Alex, they do have a bunch of guys coming off the contracts. Like Riley Smith's going to be UFA. I think, is Dadonov a UFA or is it next year? Let's see. Dadonov. We just talked about this. No, Dadonov's got an extra year, so he's not a UFA, but Riley Smith is a UFA at the year's end. Yamark's a UFA, and McNabb's a UFA. Those are the three guys we talked about. So that would create enough space for them, just off those three guys. Yeah, Ian. Let's hope for a good game tonight for sure. So yeah, guys, drop a comment on my way out right now. Comment right now. It could be anything. It could be bye. It could be Eichel. It could be just comment a hot take in the chat. Christian says, as a 46-year Sabres fan, I'm happy the bad attitude of Eichel is gone. We need a total rebuild, and as everyone can see, we're better without Eichel. Hey, well, there you go, Christian. I'll respect your take. So, Christian, I hope you subscribe and have the notification bell. I want to see you more. I'll do some Sabres content and streams coming up. Charlie B says, Power, Deline, Quinn, Krebs, go Sabres. There you go, Charlie. Ian says, cheers, John. See you tonight for the game. Yeah, guys, I hope to see you in this stream tonight. I'll be live tonight. Hey, Adam, big shout out to you. John, big shout out. James, Charlie, Ian, Salvatore, Blair, Justin. Hey, man, I hope Stevie Y brings you guys back into good contention for the playoffs and good winning team. Yukon, Ragai, Arashi, Hawks, Wing. Thank you guys, Alex. Go Sabres. Thank you, MDB. Appreciate it. Yeah, guys. Hey, I go live, make videos. I hope to see you guys more. Yeah, Christian. Tuck is a New York boy. He's from Syracuse. Grew up watching the Sabres, so there you go. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate the kind words. Hawks, thank you so much. Wing says, glad to find this community. Great content. Do go Hawks. Go Knights. Go. Take care. Thank you so much, Wing. Yeah, guys, on your way out, make sure you join the Discord. Follow me on Twitter. Hot Take Hockey. And, yeah, if you want to subscribe to the second channel. So, literally, just, that's my Twitter handle. Hot Take Hockey. I tweet a lot. If you guys want to see me get mad, it's on this channel, but I also get mad on Twitter, too. Yeah, Justin, I'll definitely try to do a wing stream soon. I was going to do it Saturday. I was with my friends. I'm going to try to stream this Saturday this time. But I will be live tonight. So I'll see you guys in the live stream tonight. Thank you so much for supporting. Drop a like on your way out. As I said, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified when I post and stream. And I am very thankful for all of you guys. So reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram DMs, 100%. I also have TikTok if you want to follow there. But yeah, Tristan, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Love ya. And I'll see you later for videos and the stream tonight. Have a good day, guys, and I'll see you later.